Welcome to our low budget DIY project, Septic Tank Construction, Day 2. In case you have missed Day 1 of this video vlog, you will find it at the end of this video. I will put it up there for you so that you can be able to click away and enjoy the Day 1 of this video vlog. For those who haven't watched the Day 1 of this vlog, the man who was busy there with the concrete mixing is my dearest friend Douglas, who is always with me on my DIY project. And as you can see, we used old materials here and also stones to support the structural hole of that septic tank. So we tried to save as much money as we could, hence the tagline, low cost budget DIY projects. So yeah, I'm busy nailing that metal roof there to make it stable, because we want to make sure that our support structure for that concrete slab needs to be very strong and firm. So by the time we start to put that concrete on top there, it should never drop down there. So there shouldn't be any compromised lines in between the metal roofing there. So that's why I was busy nailing the roof to the tree logs which we used as our supporting structural roofing there. So we are busy laying the concrete slab, and that's Douglas who's doing the honors. Because at the end of the day, even though we are trying to use as much as low cost materials and stuff which we had found lying around here at my house, I also need this at the end of the day to be looking proper. So the end results of this project, of this DIY project, needs to be looking professional. So that's very important. So that's why you see that Douglas is taking his slow time to make sure that it's all smooth and all aligned and straightened up. So as you can see, Douglas is stepping on top of that wet concrete slab, and it is a good thing because it gets to allow us to test the integrity and the strength of our logs which we had placed underneath the concrete. So as he's stepping there, it's not such a bad thing. In fact, we are testing whether our logs are strong enough to handle the weight of the concrete slab. So that's why he's stepping on top, especially that area, because we suspected it had a weak spot. As you can see now, the concrete is going all the way down. So that means that weak spot you was trying to test by stepping over there to be able to smoothen the concrete. It was just where we thought it was. So we realized that the more he was stepping on top of it at that very same position, and the more he kept on adding the concrete, the more it kept on going down. You can see it's still going down there. So that was the compromised area. That was the area which was more weak, and we had a gap in between there. But because we had already poured the concrete, we couldn't tell where it was. So we decided to just step around that area and see as we are walking through. So now we found the weak link, and now we are going to mix another 4th cement bag. Initially we had only 3 bags available for us, so I literally had to go out and look for another 4th bag, which is where we started spending some cash there. So we had thought we were gonna spend almost close to free on this project, but it was not the way we had planned initially. That is what happens with our DIY projects, you know. Although we end up having them solutions at the end of each project, we do meet up with challenges along the way, and as long as you can react fast and solve it, that's it, you move forward. So I'm busy walking around here looking for a plan on how we can stop that concrete slab from going all the way down into the sewer system there. So what I found out is that we had a tile behind Douglas there. I'm on my way to go take it now and hand it over to him. So we're going to put that tile. It's an outdoor tile, so it's very strong. So we're going to put it between the two logs, and it's going to help to support the weight of that concrete strap, of that concrete slab. And in fact, it is going to stabilize it better than the logs themselves, because now that gap is quite a huge gap. Now we realize that it's quite a huge gap, but we won't put the whole full tile, just gonna cut it in half into pieces, in fact, and those pieces we're gonna fill them inside that hole. And after that, we're gonna mix a bag of tile cement, and then we're gonna pour it inside there. It will hold, and then later on we'll mix the fourth bag of cement. Then we're going to pour it on top there and level it and smoothen it as we had planned for it to come out looking. So yeah, that's the encounter we had there, a challenge we experienced as we're doing this DIY project. So you can see that hole is deep. So we thought, to be safe than sorry, let's mix a fourth bag of cement and actually fill up that entire hole. So because now I was worried that the whole entire structural concrete slab might be compromised because of that one hole. Because what happens is, once it starts drying and there's a place where throughout the whole concrete slab, if there's a place where it was weak, once it starts getting dry, you'll realize that there will be cracks. And once there are cracks, after it has been dried up, you have no choice but to just crack it up and start all over again. So I was not willing to go through that risk, because remember, we're all about low cost, saving as much as we can with this project. So on the side there, I am busy mixing a bag of cement for Douglas, and then he's going to come through and fetch it and pour it on top, and then continue to smoothen it. That's why we're leaving that hole as it is right now. So yeah, let's go. There is that bag of cement for the tiles. So I'm just going to mix a little bit, less than half of that bag. I'm going to mix it there. Then I'm going to pour it at that very spot where we had inserted those pieces of tiles, so that it can be strong and hold up with the concrete slab. So as you can see there, there's another mix of the fourth bag of cement, which Douglas had already mixed there. So after we pour that tiling cement, after I finish mixing it myself there, I'm going to allow Douglas to finish mixing that bag of cement, which you see there, ready. And then we're going to pour the slab after inserting that tile cement. can see, we are back at that spot again, and now it's even stepping on top of it and nothing is happening there. So it's no longer compromised. It's strong and stable now, and it's all smooth now. So yeah, we did a good fix on that spot. There you have the end final results of our low-cost DIY project, Village Life Way. So yeah, we're just doing the final touch-ups. We are done. As you can see, it is looking proper. Our septic tank is completed now. Day 2 of this DIY project. Don't forget to check out the day 1 video vlog, which I already have attached at the end of this video, so you can just go and click it and enjoy it. And you can click on the like button, you can click on the subscribe button, you can share the video. I appreciate you so much, and thank you so much for staying until the end of this video. So what I'm doing there right now is just to smoothen some few bits which were left, some uneven places there which I discovered. Douglas is done also. He's just cleaning up there, ready to go, and the job well done, I might say. It's indeed a job well done. We are done for the day. I appreciate you so much for supporting my content. More DIY projects to watch here on the channel. You can enjoy them and definitely save yourself a lot of money. Septic tank number 1, septic tank number 2, and the new completed low-cost DIY project. Beautiful looking and all smooth. You can't even tell that we used some of our old materials we had lying around here at home. We had to use tree logs as our supporting structure for our roofing, but it's all stable, it's all looking proper. So you can do it. You can also try it at your own home and see the results at the end of it all. So you can use any materials you have lying around. You don't have to spend too much money with these projects. DIY projects, all good. Thank you so much, and I appreciate the love.